3D Machine started as a job shop. We are a job shop, so we take in all kind of work, turning, milling, 5-axis work. Any industry that needs parts made, they bring us their drawings and we manufacture their parts.
So one of the biggest problems we had before StartProto was actually tracking jobs through the shop and not losing stuff or jobs essentially getting lost in the shuffle.
I do a lot of tool and die stuff, which deals with large assemblies. And so some of the things we'll run into is we have a mixture of off-the-shelf parts and things that we make in-house here. Those things have to be ordered and they have a certain lead time. We've had issues with that where even if we could machine everything in time, we never sat down and looked at the necessities for that job to order them ahead of time so that they could all be assembled on a good schedule.
Before StartProto, our job traveler consisted of a blueprint with a stamp on it with our job number, possibly the customer name, and the type of material and a spot for the heat number of the material. No due date, no subsequent process information. It was all basically contained in a few of our minds, where it was going, what it was doing, what was happening with it.
We have tried some other ways to try to get organized because primarily we have ran off of paper, and even then a lot of it was just through word of mouth, and that gave us a lot of issues where, I mean, I've made countless quantity 1 parts that were actually quantity 3 or 5. So we tried to get more into, keeping everything on paper, but then you always run into issues where they lose it or they don't realize what they have or whatever. I came up with the idea, as well as Zach, to start just sort of a spreadsheet, and so we started in Excel. That worked all right, but it immediately became clear that we needed a way to attach prints to it, attach programs, and have just more data associated with each one of those lines. And so naturally, that's just how we came to StartProto.
So now we essentially can look at the overall picture, decide what's the most important part that needs to get run right now, and then put the next most important part up there.
So now they can all see everything that's going on, whether programming's done, materials been ordered, received, all of that takes place now, and they can follow it all the way through by just looking at their iPad. We like the fact that it seemed to be simpler than some of the other systems that we looked at. And I'm not a techno guy, and I felt real comfortable when y'all first started showing it to us that I could do this.
I don't think we would grow as a company without StartProto, so I see StartProto as being a quintessential part of this company going to the next level and not kind of staying stagnant.